Coming up on Valley News Now, disturbing details involving two Fargo parents charged with child neglect. We have all the details from the court documents.
Fargo police in some hot water over a case involving artificial intelligence. Hear from the police chief as he addresses how officers will use the technology moving forward.
Proposed legislation in Minnesota aimed at targeting ghost guns. Hear what legislators say those are and how they're looking to combat those next. Valley News Now is live. All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to your Valley News Now digital update. I'm Devin Fry, bringing you the latest that we've been working on in the Valley News Live newsroom and beyond. We're going to jump right into it because I'm running a little bit behind today. We're going to start with some weather. Obviously, if you've looked or been unfortunate enough to have to step foot outside, you know it's not fun out there right now. St. Patrick's Day been more white than green across the valley. Minnesota through the evening hours, snow moving east through there. Gusts of 30 to 40 miles an hour out south, bringing blowing and drifting snow as well. But y'all don't want to hear it from me. Let's go to the experts on this. Valley News Live First Alert Storm Team meteorologist Summer Schnellbach has the very latest for what we can expect from our weather systems tonight as they continue to make their way across our viewing area. Summer.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm meteorologist Summer Schnellbach checking in on another cold afternoon in Fargo. We have gotten a little bit of snow, but it's mostly been the wind, and it's a cold wind, even though it's out of the south. Temperatures today are only in these single digits and teens across the valley. Now, the good thing is that this snow is preceding a warm front. That means warmer temperatures are on the way. In fact, we start to warm up tonight and through the overnight hours. So it's going to be warmer tomorrow morning when we wake up than it is right now. It's going to be less windy as well. With that warm up, we're watching the chance for some freezing rain, some freezing drizzle this evening into tomorrow that could create some slick roads. So something to watch out for the morning commute tomorrow. Be sure to check in with meteorologist Lisa Green on the valley today. But then we warm up, highs in the 30s and 40s tomorrow, 40s and 50s on Thursday, 50s and 60s on Friday, just in time for the spring equinox. Get your full extended forecast tonight on Valley News Live.
Thank you for that, Summer. I want to state for the record, I know that in the past I've admitted to pressuring Summer to go outside to show us what we look like. I did not do that today. She did that all on her own. Summer putting herself on the line to give you a good look at what we're seeing out there. Let's get into the headlines for today. Two Fargo parents are behind bars after officers say they found their young children living in horrific conditions. The court documents describe them as overwhelming conditions. Brandon Breckestran, 33 years old, and Silas Els, 28, each face a Class C felony child neglect charge. Officers responded to a welfare check Monday. They found the home filled with trash in nearly every room, food smashed into the carpet, no running water. The children had no beds either. Police say that they were sleeping on a thin foam mattress cover with what appeared to be feces on it. Officers say the walls and ceiling of the children's bedroom were also splattered with a substance that appeared to be feces. Two other exits in the home were blocked, leaving the front door as the only way out of the house. The children were taken into protective custody. Court records do show that this is not the first time that the pair has had children removed from their care. We got that information from that same incident report. Both are scheduled to be arraigned this afternoon. We'll follow that trial as it continues through the court system here at Valley News Live. Speaking of trials going through the court system, the trial for Fargo activist Faith Dixon has been pushed back once again for the same reason. Another attorney has withdrawn from the case, resetting her felony jury trial to June 9th. Dixon's previous attorneys withdrew back in January, just one day before her trial was set to begin. Dixon withdrew her guilty plea in December, citing what she called incorrect legal advice. Prosecutors say Dixon and her ex-husband used their nonprofit, the Faith for Hope Scholarship Fund, to defraud the state. Her 4-day jury trial is now scheduled for June 9th through the 12th. Minnesota lawmakers are moving to ban so-called ghost guns, which are untraceable firearms that lack serial numbers. We have some more information on this proposed legislation. The bill, backed by Attorney General Keith Ellison, would make it illegal to own, sell, or transfer one of these ghost guns in the state. It would also ban digital design files that would be used to 3D print these firearms, and they would restrict home assembly as well. Ghost guns can be built from kits purchased online, bypassing the background check process. The Senate Judiciary and Public Safety Committee has voted to send the bill to the Senate floor. Anyone currently in possession of an unserialized firearm would have 180 days to comply after August 1st. This bill has been opposed by the NRA, and it now heads to the floor, where we will see where that vote goes from there. It will be discussed and then possibly voted on next. Let's get back to the home front a little bit here. Fargo Police Chief Dave Zibolski is retiring later this month. Tonight, one of our reporters, Alex Larson, breaks down what he had to say in a one-on-one interview, including what's next for the department and a search for his replacement. But tonight's big focus is on the Angela Lips case. Our Jessica Bringe is going to break that down a little bit and talk about what Chief Zibolski had to say about it as we look forward to what we can hear tonight on Valley News Live.
Devin, as you mentioned, Fargo police are reviewing AI policy after a Tennessee woman spent months in jail for a crime she didn't commit. Valley News Live speaking with Police Chief Dave Zibolski today. Detectives saying they did more than just run information through an AI state intelligence system. Now, he says there were multiple investigative steps before prosecutors asked a judge for a nationwide extradition warrant. Lips was arrested in Tennessee in July after a facial recognition system wrongly identified her as a suspect in a Fargo bank fraud case. She was then brought to Cass County in October. New bank records from her defense attorney helped clear her, and charges were dropped by Christmas Eve. Now, the chief says the department is reviewing how it uses artificial intelligence.
In attempts to identify any additional steps that can be utilized, especially when dealing with AI investigative leads. Really, just like any other piece of evidence, we always seek to corroborate that in some other fashion. The detectives in this case did that piece.
Chief Zibolski briefly mentioned a second person in this case arrested in connection with it, but declined to name that potential suspect. Of course, Devin, we're going to be taking an even deeper dive into this case, hearing much more from the chief coming up at 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. Make sure to stay with us as we do hear more from the chief. But for now, back to you.
Thank you, Jessica, for that. And now turning to another upcoming story we have tonight. Our own Anna Ballweber hit the streets of downtown Fargo in this weather this afternoon to hear from you. She wanted to hear what people of Fargo are looking for in their next chief. Here's Anna to preview a little bit about her story coming up tonight at 6 as well.
Well, coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, we're continuing to follow the recent announcement of Fargo Police Chief Dave Zibolski and his resignation and retirement. He announced that last week that March 27th will be his last day as the chief of police here. They had a city commission meeting last night, kind of talking about the next steps and what they're going to do moving forward. They, had a date of March 30th where they're going to have a recommendation for an interim police chief until they find that kind of solid spot. So my story tonight, I'm downtown Fargo right now. You can kind of see it. I'm in my car because it's really cold. It's snowy right now. I wanted to talk to some people about what they want to see in a new police chief. So what better way to do that than get out in the community and I just kind of walked the streets today, came up to people and said, what are you looking for in our new police chief? Got a lot of good answers. They touched on very similar issues that they either want to see changed or be touched on with a new police chief. Homelessness was kind of a common topic that we talked about. So a lot of good stuff coming up tonight at 6.
Thank you for that, Anna. Hear from Anna, and your Fargo citizens as well about what they look for in the next chief. We're about to get kicked off the CTV stream because we were running a little bit behind today. You got 3 minutes till Valley News Live at 4. Be sure to tune in for those of you on the social media channels. Go ahead and stay on for a little bit longer. We're going to look at the road conditions and see what things look like as these first alert weather days continue. Figured we could just make this a little bit of a social exclusive for now. I should really just have this bookmarked at this point. I do this every single day, but here we are. Not weekends. See, that's my excuse for right now. Let's go ahead and take a look. Again, this is the DOT website. This is what road conditions look like. Some candy canage out there on the roadways. Here in between Fargo and up to about the Trail County area, good roads, and West Fargo all the way west till near Jamestown. Good road conditions there. What we're running into is some wet and slushy roads down to the south, and then up north in the Devil's Lake Basin especially, and then down south in Richland County around Wapton as well. Some scattered snow drifts. That's going to be the biggest thing to watch out for. Hopefully these weather conditions improve, I should say. Like Summer said, the snow is in front of a warm front. So we got a nice warm up coming up. Thankfully, we don't hopefully have to put up with this much longer. Thank you for joining us for this Valley News Now digital update. Again, Valley News Live at 4 for those of you watching on our social media platforms right now. First of all, thank you for staying around. Second of all, Valley News Live at 4 is starting right now. So go ahead and go ahead and go tune in. Duke Schindler on the desk for that one. But for now, for your Valley News Now digital update, I'm Devin Fry.